Okay, so there was some nature mysticism going on among the Christians in the American North in the early and mid-19th century. But much more known than the evangelical nature mystics are, of course, the transcendentalists, with legends like Emerson, Thoreau, Margaret Fuller. Thoreau said he found his own strength and harmony and identity among the trees. I took a walk in the woods and came out taller than the trees, Henry David Thoreau wrote. Years later, Raymond Williams started studying the nature concept because he was fascinated with the way people around him talked about nature as the other of human life, the non-political, non-demanding, non-messy relationship place to which you could go to find yourself and come out taller. But who was Williams talking to? Who had that experience? Well, I suspect it might have been his male white colleague friends, because those who can go into the forest and come out taller, I don't think that they have ever risked being raped or lynched. Those to whom nature is non-political, non-demanding, almost like a subordinate woman or a humble black servant, they have not experienced what James Cone describes in The Cross and the Lynching Tree. As a child, I watched my mother and father deal with segregation and the threats of lynching, and was deeply affected by their examples and by the sacrifices they made to keep their children safe. Cone and Williams lived in the same country. Williams didn't realize he had a wide concept of nature, but to Cone it was obvious. Cone stated, "Justice fighters for blacks and the defenders of the earth have tended to ignore each other. The separation from each other is unfortunate because they are fighting the same enemy, human beings' domination of each other and of nature. The fight for justice cannot be segregated, but must be integrated with the fight for life in all its forms." So what about the evangelical tree talk then? Should we give up on that? Well, no, not necessarily. In part 3, we'll let the perspectives merge.